Hello guys, gals, and other pals. So today's kind of a special thing. I decided to shoot two videos. You've probably already watched the other one because they will be uploaded first. And this one's kind of just a little special makeup tutorial that I've kind of wanted to do for a while, and I've had a lot of people request it. So my other video is about, like hair loss and regrowing it due to HRT. So if you haven't watched it, please click down here and go to my channel and watch it. It's very informative. It's something that I personally needed to know before I started hormones, and it's definitely something that has, changed my outlook for the future. So without further ado, let's get into this makeup tutorial. So the most important thing to do is put your hair up in the beginning. You're probably not used to me looking like this. It's okay, me neither. Just kidding. So most important step is primer. You always want to make sure your face is really primed and really hydrated throughout the day, especially if you're wearing makeup for like a prolonged amount of time. And this is just like the little e.l.f. Hydrating face primer. I don't know if you can see that. So I like to just coat my face in this and make sure that it's really nice and smooth and it's a good foundation for my makeup to go on. After that, I like to kind of let it air dry for just a second. You don't want to wait too long. This is also going to be for anybody who is looking to feminize their face without getting facial feminization surgery. As you can see, me without makeup, I don't personally think that I'm super passable or super pretty, but to each their own, whatever. But when I do makeup, I tend to enhance the features that I already have. So I want to look more feminine. So the next thing I'm doing is going in with an e.l.f. highlighter. So what I do with this is I actually put it in areas that I want to show up extra, to shine through. I do a little V shape on my nose, and when I blend that out, you'll see it kind of creates a little bridge because I have a very round tip, and for me, I like to have a very feminine shape, and girls often have like that cute little break in their nose. And then I do like one dot here, and then I pull outward like so. And what that does is it kind of brings the attention to the center of my face, and it kind of makes it a little more heart-shaped. If you're expecting some kind of Jeffree Star level tutorials, you're the wrong place. Because listen, Lindas. I'm here simply to show you how I do my everyday makeup and what makes me feel comfortable and feminine and pretty. So I take a little beauty blender and I blend in those highlight areas. See how it looks like my chin is more centered and forward and pretty? See what I did with my nose there? How it looks like a little shelf. It makes it look cuter, right? I used to perform. I don't know if you guys know that. I like to hula hoop and also cosplay. I would cosplay drag, and now that I'm a woman, I guess it's just called burlesque because I like to strip and stuff when I do that. So if anybody's interested in seeing stuff like that, I've considered doing other content like maybe hula hoop tutorial videos. I'm not super great at it anymore. I'm a little out of practice, but I would love to show people how to do some cool tricks and what helped me learn those tricks. So as you can see, it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything, which is the goal. I want to look naturally pretty. And so all I did was kind of, highlight the center of my face. So the next part I like to do is my eyebrows. And what I do with that is I take a little pencil brush. It's like a flat tip with also the little comb. And I comb my eyebrows straight up, like so. And then I take the tip and I go into like a little, like a light brown because my roots are brown. I don't know if you can see. So if I did anything lighter or darker, it tends to look weird. And I start with the inside first, and I go straight under to map out the shape. And I do the same thing on the other side. So we have the general shape of our brow. And then I do the arches next. And then I do the top of the arches. I've had a lot of people ask, you know, like, or just generally compliment me on being pretty, and honestly, it's probably just the makeup. So now I go in and I fill in my brow, but I go straight up, and I'm pushing my hairs up as I do it. So, like, I do kind of an upward flick, and I'm filling in my brows while also making them sit up better. Same thing on the other side. So we start inward and flick up. And fill in the back. So that's how I do my brows. I don't put a whole lot of effort into them. I just want to do them first because I want them to kind of frame my eyeshadow for later. Next, I like to go into my eyeshadow, and today I'm going to be doing a smoky eye because that's what people seem to like the most on me. So I go in with a kind of a like a darker neutral tone to start the base of my eye. And what I do here is I actually just circle my eye, right? So like this general shape here, I tend to go around it like so. And just get a good, nice, dark tone all the way around my eye. Make sure you blend it out really good because this is going to be the transition color. And we all know how important transitions are. So this one, the same thing. The next step, I take kind of a flat brush. You go in with a darker neutral. And all we're going to do with that is simply put it kind of in our crease line. And I like to just kind of mash it in all the way around the eyeball shape. So the more you like really mash this in there, the more you can see that. So see how we have here, 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 and here, two separate colors. So next I want to frame the bottom of my eye. And so I go into this darker color here, like so. And all I'm doing is outlining my eye ever so gently with it. It really creates like that smoky effect on the bottom, but we'll get to that here in a minute. And so now we start with the blacks. This is where it gets really ooky spooky. I start with the middle darker shade, so it's kind of a lighter black. I don't want to go super dark yet, and so I do that kind of the same as the last one, but a little more inward. So I tend to do this just ever so slightly on the hood of my eye. And when we do that, we're creating a little smoke shadow effect here. Is this actually how you do a smoky eye? I don't know, but this is how I've learned to do it after playing with makeup for a few years. So, same thing on the other eye. Okay, so we have the two lighter colors and then the darker color. And now I like to take my little fluffy brush again and just kind of soften the edges of these. Just kind of blend it upward and outward because we're about to get into the darkest color. So we're just gonna soften this upward and kind of blur it out. So now we take the darkest black. And I'm gonna do it just on the outer portion of my eye. Kind of where I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Same thing on the other side. So again, we blend this out. I'm blending it more downward this time because I want it to stay closer to my actual eyeball. And now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom, but we're only going to do it in sections. So the first one we're going to do halfway, and then the last one we're going to do just the corner. So I like to take the middle darkest again, right, and go halfway with it. From the outside to the half center. And then I go back in with the same brush, except I do the darkest shade. And we're only gonna do the outer corner here. And if you want, you can do another little blending session if you want, just to make sure everything is cohesive and pretty. You can blend it up a little higher, whatever you feel is ultimately necessary. Okay, so now we're gonna do everybody's favorite part of makeup, eyeliner. And for this I'm using just a Revlon Color Stay Sharp Line. It's a very large tip, and for me that gives me a nice little angle. And this is my quick little tutorial on how to do eyeliner here. So what I do is I start from the outside and pull inward and get the general line shape on both. So I'll show you that real quick. And for me, I'm a sucker for like a little cat eye. Okay, so we have both of the general points, right? Now what I do is I go from the top inward to my eye. So I get up here and then pull it straight across. Like so. See that? And for me, I tend to stop about right here past my actual eye. Okay, so that's the general shape of the eyeliner. Same thing on this side. So if there's ever something that you want to take your time on, it's eyeliner. I feel like simply adding eyeliner to any kind of eyeshadow just frames your face so well, and you definitely want to master that. Okay, so you can see the general shape of my eyeliner now. I like to do my lashes, and for me, I always curl my lashes. It's kind of new to me, but I will not go out without curling them now for whatever reason. So I take this little guy and I curl them upward, hold it for about 10 seconds. And then for mascara, we're going to be using CoverGirl Lash Blast. I feel like a CoverGirl model. And I like to brush them upward and outward. And I sometimes do 2 layers because I feel like the first layer simply coats them, and then the second layer really like makes them stand out. Always put mascara on your bottom lashes. And now, my favorite step, my all-time favorite step, is I love blush. Blush is my favorite thing. For this, I'm using just an e.l.f. palette. It's got 4 colors, all different ranges. And for me, I like to take a little fan brush and I kind of just go into all of them. And so I basically just smile and put it on the apples, like so. And if it looks like too much, don't worry, we fixed that. So I also like to do a little flat line over the top of my nose and the bottom. And this creates a little definition on my little bridge thing we made earlier, and it also highlights your nose a little better. I also like to do my hairline, like so. Because you don't only blush on your cheeks, you blush everywhere. So we like to show that we blush everywhere. And now I tend to take my fingers and blend it upward and outward just so it looks very smooth and natural. Same thing with my nose. So that's my blush. And the last step for me is lips. For this is just a weird neutral nude color that I got from CVS. And I have a lot of pink on my lips, and so I like to kind of neutral it out with a little like brownish red tone. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but I was born with a cleft lip, and something that's always been difficult for me to deal with is my Cupid's bow, because it's very crooked. But I try to even it out with my lip makeup. And then I also have a lip gloss that is just clear. It goes over every color. And so I like to put that just over a little bit and blot that in. On that note, we are finished. So that's my makeup tutorial for anybody who wanted to know how to do my smoky eyes. It kind of varies every time I do it, but this is today's smoky eye. If you'd like to see any other makeup tutorials, or if not, because they take so long, I'm cool with that. Whatever. I just had a lot of requests to show how I do mine and how I feminize my face with my makeup. And if it helps some other people out there, like, that's the best thing I could ask for, because nobody taught me how to do makeup. Nobody showed me like step by step. I just kind of learned myself. And that's something really good, is just go get some and just practice. You know, you're not going to be good at first. It's an art, honestly. It's very much an art. But just play with it, learn it, and eventually you'll get there to where you find something that suits you and that you're comfortable with doing and wearing, and it'll change your world, really. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, I read every single one, so just leave it below. Also, make sure you liked and subscribe this video and click the bell so you can see when I upload again. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Bye.